it's Kate here. I have got a standing Pilates class for us in mind today. You might ask yourself, why would we want to do Pilates standing up instead of lying on our mat? Well, there are a whole host of reasons. First and foremost, I don't know about you, but I like to change up my workout. I am just a creative kind of person. I like to move however I'm in the mood. And right now, I'm just not in the mood to be on my back. There's also the fact that it can be a little bit rough for all of us sometimes that maybe have either wrist or shoulder issues trying to be on our hands and our knees in planks and tabletops. So it's nice to give everyone a few different options. There's also the fact that doing those Pilates kind of curl-ups can be rough on the neck, and sometimes it's nice to modify our practice, modify our exercises, so we can work on some of those abdominal exercises without having to worry about our neck as much. And then, maybe your floor is dirty and you just don't want to roll out your mat. Whatever the reason might be for you, there are lots of ways for us to do Pilates. All of those principles are going to be there, and in fact, it's going to be a little bit easier for us to keep a neutral spine instead of always being in that imprint. So go ahead and jump up and... Alright, so come to standing on your mat. I want you to stand about hip distance apart. Hands can be on your hips, off to the side. Give yourself a little wiggle, maybe a little extra shake if you're in the mood, and then start to stand a little taller. Just as we would on our mat, belly button pulls up and in, low back begins to lengthen, and top of the head reaches up nice and high. Take a big inhale. Exhale, drop your chin to your chest, bend your knees, let your fingertips be heavy, let your head be heavy, and roll down. Bend the knees a little bit more, roll yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. Big inhale, exhale, chin to chest. Bend the knees, fingertips heavy, top of the head is 2. And then roll yourself right back up. One more time, just like that. Chin to chest, bend the knees, roll yourself down, and then pull yourself all the way up. Now, hands can stay at our hips, or if we have some of those balancing kind of challenges in our own body in our practice, find your wall, find a chair side, whatever you need to kind of hang on to. But otherwise, we can bring our hands to our hips or off to the side. Now, put a little bend in both of your knees and think of zipping up through the front of the body. Draw the ribs together. Already start to activate your abdominal muscles. Even though we're not moving, I am turning on everything and starting to feel a nice little warmth through the middle of my body. I want you to rock your weight into your left foot. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, stand tall on the right foot. Low belly pulls up and in, ribs come together. Big inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, bring yourself back to center. We're going to do that again. Rock the weight, exhale, stand up, picking up your foot, and then bend, and then just rock it on over. 2 more just like that. Up and down we go, kind of waking up our body, and especially waking up that supporting leg. Last one, lift that foot up and stay. Take a big, deep inhale here. Exhale, pull your belly button in, draw the ribs together a little bit more, and I want us to think about the back of our body, that spot where our thigh and our glute connect. I affectionately refer to it as our thigh butt. Squeeze your thigh butt a little bit more. Take a great big inhale, and then bring that leg down. Give yourself a little wiggle, and we're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Inhale, bring both feet back down. Exhale, stand taller and straighter. And if you wobble a little bit like I did there, that's okay. Inhale, bring yourself down. Exhale, stand taller and straighter. Imagine I'm pulling your ears up. Once or twice more, kind of even yourself out. Last one for me. Go ahead, rock and lift. Low belly comes in towards your spine, ribs start to knit towards one another, kiss the shoulder blades together behind your back, and remember, turn on that thigh butt, pull your belly button up and in, actively flex your foot. Take a great big inhale, bend the knees, rock yourself back to center. Now this time, instead of just shifting and lifting our foot off to the side, I want us to shift and bring our foot out in front of us, bring our knee in line with our hip. Now at any point you need to set your foot down so you can stabilize, or again, hand can always be on the wall. That is a-okay. I do not want your knee above your hip. That means we're not lifting it up very high right now. It can be in line with the hip or a little bit lower. Either is perfectly fine. Belly button pulls up and in. Think of stamping your left foot on the floor. Hands can stay at those hips off to the side or on your wall. But from here, 5 times, I want you to straighten the leg, stretch it out in front of you, and actively flex your foot. Exhale, pull your knee back to starting. Inhale, reach your foot out and away. Exhale, pull it up. Now, just as we would do on our mat, every time you exhale, turn on the abdominal muscles a little bit more. 2 more. Inhale, reach out and away. Exhale, pull it up. Last one, out and away. Exhale, pull it up and hold. Now, as we hold here, I want you to flex and point the toe as much as you can, keeping the hips even with one another. And I want you to think about something. We are actually in a very similar position to where we often are on our mat. If instead I was just lying down and I had my foot in the exact same place, it'd be in a little tabletop, just like we would if we were lying down. So very similar to what we usually do, but instead we're upright. You have the ability to pull those belly button muscles in a little bit deeper to open up those shoulders. And take 1 or 2 more breaths right here, actively flexing and pointing. And then set that foot on the floor. Give yourself a little wiggle. Shift the weight into your opposite side. Pick up that foot to the other side. Now, something I did not say on the first side, but you might notice that you are locking out your standing knee. That is not ideal. We don't want to do that at all. No, you can always put a soft bend in the knee if necessary. Just as we did on our first side, actively flex that foot. Inhale, straighten the leg, reach your heel away. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, straighten, drive that heel away. Exhale, pull it in. 3 more times. Inhale, reach it out and away. Exhale, pull. 2 more, out and away. Exhale, pull. Last one. Pull it up, stay. Now again, let's flex and point the foot a couple of times. Remembering we want those hips to remain even. We want our shoulders to remain even. I actually want you to think about 2 little strings attached to your shoulders, reaching them out and away. So we are broadening our chest as much as we possibly can. Last little set of bend and flexes. And then set that foot on the floor. Give yourself a little wiggle. 1 more time, bend the knees and let's shift and rock our weight, picking up our foot to the outside of our body. I want you to imagine that there are little magnets attached to your thighs right now. They are drawing your inner thighs towards one another. It will be challenging to lift our foot off to the side. Take a big inhale. Exhale, open that leg lightly out to the side. Inhale, it drags itself back in. Exhale, press out. Inhale, reach it out and away. Exhale, press it out. 3 more just like that. Every time you exhale, turn on that spot where your thigh and your glute connect a little bit more. Last one, reach that foot out and stay. And now from here, all I want you to do are tiny little pulses of our leg up to the side. And our hips need to stay even the entire time, so don't let the tushy kind of pop around. We want to go ahead and lift it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, belly button in, stand taller and straighter. Repeat, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Last one, you got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, belly button pulls up and in, take a breath. Set that foot on the floor, give yourself a little wiggle, anything you need, and to the other side we go. Start by imagining those inner thighs drawing towards one another. You've got those magnets attached there. They are pulling, pulling, pulling in. Take a big inhale. Exhale, send your foot out. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, send it out. Inhale, it pulls back in. 3 more. 2, low belly zips up. Last one, reach it out, stay. Stamp down through that standing leg. Reach your head up higher, broaden those shoulders. Oh, and it's time for those little pulses again. Take a big inhale. Pulse it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, stand taller and straighter. Pull that belly button in, tone your thought. Pulse it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Last set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Give yourself a little wiggle. Ooh, didn't that feel nice? Now, we can all come to the wall if you want to, but if you don't need to, they're not a big deal either. Let's just do a little stretch after that. Go ahead and take your foot, cross it over. We want it either above or below the knee, not on it, and find a little figure 4 on one side. Ooh, that should feel pretty nice after all of that. Using our abductors, adductors, unravel, little wiggle, same thing to the other side. Give yourself a little wiggle. And now from here, I want to take a great big wide stance on our mat. You're welcome to put a little bend in the knees or keep the legs straight. Either way, tone that spot where your thigh and your glute connect, pull your belly button in, draw your ribs together, and let's take our hands behind our head. Now, ever so lightly, I want you to gently tuck your chin to your chest, just so we can lengthen through our cervical spine. You can grow longer and taller. Knit the ribs, cinch the waist. It's like that tight belt is around the small of your belly, gently pulling it. And now from here, I want you to take a big inhale. Without moving your lower body at all, I want you to bring your left shoulder over and across to your right. Inhale, bring yourself back. Exhale, a little twist and cross. Inhale, bring yourself back. Exhale, think of using all of those obliques on your right side to pull that shoulder over. 3 more. 2. Last 1. Bring yourself up. Now this time, instead of crossing that shoulder forward, we're going to take a big inhale. And I want you to reach over towards the right side, just like we did earlier in class. And now it's my left oblique that will exhale, pull me up. Inhale over. Exhale, left oblique pulls me up. 2 more. Inhale over. Exhale, stamp down into that left foot, tone the oblique up. Last one. Inhale over. Exhale up. Same thing to the other side. Big inhale. Exhale, cross at first. Inhale, return. Just like if you were on your mat, it's like you're folding from your sternum, curling in, pulling that belly button in, bring yourself up. Exhale, curl, tone your thigh, tone your glute. 2 more. Last 1. Bring yourself up. Stamp down into the floor. Imagine those those magnets are attached to your inner thighs again, gently pulling in. Our little kind of rainbow stretch over. Inhale over. Exhale, oblique pulls you up. Inhale over. Exhale, bring yourself back up. Think of inner thighs drawn towards one another the entire time. Use all of the breath in your body. Exhale to bring yourself upright. Last one, over. Exhale, pull yourself upright. Now this time, inhale, reach over. Exhale, I want you to curl around and roll yourself up. Now what's important here is not to let those hips move. We are not hula dancing. Everything below the belly button should not move. So we're gonna inhale, take ourselves over to the left. Exhale, curl forward and roll up. Inhale over, exhale, curl and roll up. Inhale over, press down into the mat with both feet, turn on those inner thighs. Inhale over, exhale around and up. Last little one, inhale over, exhale all the way around and up. Fabulous job. Go ahead and release. Give yourself a little wiggle if you want. Move it around all you need to. And then let's walk our feet back towards one another. I'm going to turn to face the side, and we're actually going to possibly use the wall if we need to. If you have it nearby or you have a chair back, that's great. You absolutely don't have to though. Go ahead, bring your inner thighs towards one another. Take a little seat, and I want you to extend your right foot back. Now, we are not upright here. I am actually at a diagonal line. Do you see that? From my head to my shoulder to my hip, down to my heel is all in one diagonal line, where it should be. If I come out of alignment, I'm human. I can't be perfect all the time. Now from here, belly button pulls up and in. Draw the ribs together. And I want you to think about stamping your back heel towards the ground, getting a little bit of a stretch. Take a great big inhale. Big breath out, tone the belly. 1 more inhale. 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, shift the weight forward and lift your back foot up. Now, this is where the wall can be very handy if we need it, but if you don't, hands can stay on your hips or even off to the side. Point your toe. Imagine reaching that toe further away, reaching the top of your head further away. Take a great big inhale. Exhale, bend your knee, pull it in towards your opposite thigh. Inhale, reach that toe out and away. Exhale, pull it in. 3 more. Inhale, straighten, lengthen the leg. Exhale, pull it in. 2 more, reach it out. Exhale, pull it in. Last one, out and away. Exhale, pull it in and stay. Take 1 more breath. Set that foot down. Give yourself a wiggle if you need it. And then when we're ready, same thing to the opposite side. Extend your foot out. Press that heel towards the ground. Belly button pulls up and in. Reach nice and far away from the top of your head through your body down to that heel, finding a little bit of a stretch. Take a breath. Exhale, tone the belly. Another big inhale. Exhale, shift the weight and pick up your bottom foot. Now, I want you to really think about the back of that body, elongating through the low back, pulling your belly button up and in. Take a great big breath. Exhale, pull your knee in. Inhale, draw it away. Exhale, pull it in. Every time you reach it away, think of toning your thigh a little bit more. Think of pulling that belly button in deeper. 2 more. Inhale out. Exhale, return. Inhale out. Exhale, return. Last one. Reach it out. Pull it in. Take a breath. And then set that foot on the floor. Give yourself a little wiggle. Now, take a great big wide stance on your mat. Do find a wall if you don't have one near you. And let's take a big stretch forward. Think of belly button pulling up and in. And then from here, shoulders slide up and down a little bit. Maybe roll the hips around in one direction or the other. And then walk the feet so they are, again, about hip distance apart. And we can just take a nice, easy little stretch, giving your low back a moment of rest. Go ahead and deeply bend both knees, trying to keep those heels on the floor. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, straighten the legs, press into the wall, reach your hips further back. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten. 2 more. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten. Last one, bend the knees, take a breath. Release your fingers from the wall. And slowly stack the spine up tall and straight. And wherever you are, give yourself a great big pat on the back. Thank you for stopping by and joining me on my Standing Pilates class today. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, I hope you found a little joy in your practice.